All right, so let's just admit it. Let's just admit it. Dating is trash. All right, I'm just gonna say it. Dating is trash. I'll admit dating is trash. And the reason why I say dating is trash is because in this time, day and age, it is probably one of the hardest things you'll ever do is try to find somebody that you can become in a committed relationship with and ultimately try to marry this person. But the dating world is trash with social media, with these dating apps, with expectations, unrealistic expectations, and all these different types of stuff, right? Like we're asking, okay, what do you bring to the table? Or I'm gonna pop your balloon because your feet's hanging out your heels, or I'm gonna pop your balloon because I don't like the way you dress. Dating has been so complex to where it is very difficult to try to find somebody that you would be willing to settle down with. Now, in all of this mess, all this chaos, I want you to take into consideration what role do you play in the dating, right? What role do you play? Because sometimes we put the responsibility on somebody else, like, oh, this person's this or this person's that. But realistically, you can't control what the other person's doing, but you can control what it is that you do while you're dating. I have 4 things for y'all in this video that is going to help improve your dating life and increase the chances of you actually finding somebody you can settle down with. So you know what it is. Y'all grab you some tea. You know what I mean? Grab you some tea, get you some, water, get you some, but what I ultimately want you to do is sit back, relax, because we're going to talk about it right now. You don't want to go into the dating just like, okay, well, I'm trying to find somebody. I'm trying to find a man, or I see everybody else in relationships, or I see everybody else getting married, or, I feel lonely, whatever it is. There's things you need to build into laying a solid foundation before you get into the dating world. Now, this first one is fire. This first one is fire. So the first one is knowing your values and boundaries. Know your values and your boundaries. Before getting into a relationship, it is really crucial that you know your own value and that you're able to set boundaries. Now, the unfortunate thing when it comes to the value, you don't want to get into a dating situation or a relationship and you're trying to borrow value. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna break this down. So what does it mean if you borrow value? Borrowing value is, I don't think I'm pretty, or I don't think I'm handsome, but this person's telling me that I am, so now I then believe it. Or this person is saying, oh, you're doing such a good job, or you're such an amazing person, and you may not really believe that, but you're borrowing that to build up your own self-esteem and your own value. So this is what I mean by borrow value is you're taking all the things that somebody may be saying to you and you're taking it for your own because these are things that they're telling you that you're not able to do for yourself. And the issue is, if you never heard those things or you didn't necessarily believe those things, you don't really feel like you have a high sense of value for yourself. And somebody comes along, this could be a trash person, a horrible person, an abusive person, and they start gamming you up and tell you, this, that, and the third about yourself, and oh, you look good, or oh, I like the way you do this, or you're so amazing, and things of that nature. They already reeled you in. They got the bait, and they're reeling you in already. They already reeling you in because somebody that's going to have no values or no self-worth is going to easily take that bait. But I always say, with the bait comes a hook. And once you're hooked, it's hard to get out of that hook. So don't go into a relationship not knowing your values, not knowing your self-worth. Now, the other part of this is the boundaries. You have to set boundaries. You have to set boundaries because if you don't set boundaries, then anything is fair game. Anything is fair game. When you don't set boundaries, you're not putting into motion the things you're willing to compromise and not compromise. So if you don't have any boundaries, you're not going to really know in the dating world when somebody crosses your boundaries. You're not going to really know when somebody is going to take you to an extreme, and you may not even know they even took you to that extreme because you never even set any boundaries. And knowing what you stand for and knowing, again, what you're willing to compromise and not compromise, that is actually more attractive to somebody that is really serious about being in a committed relationship. And that's really the goal, right? Is for you to be able to attract the right people while you're dating. Again, if you don't know your values and you ain't got no boundaries, anybody can date you. Anybody can date you, but you have to have a set of values and your boundaries. In addition to this, this can be helpful in empowering you to be able to communicate your needs throughout the dating process, and also once you guys get into committed relationship, or even when y'all get married, it sets a good foundation of, okay, well, I've always had these values, or I always had these boundaries. And if they're the right person, they would want to respect those boundaries and make sure that they actually enhance those values that you have for yourself. The second one, all right, work on your emotional intelligence. Work on your emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is a key in understanding and managing both your emotions and your partner's emotions. Emotional intelligence gives you the insight and the IQ of, okay, well, this is what triggers me, or you being able to understand what you like and don't like in a relationship, and being able to communicate those things that you like or don't like. This also goes to the extent of being more self-aware, developing more empathy, and being more in tune with how your words and your actions intertwine, right? Because you can feel, a type of way, and then that's going to in turn make you act a type of way. Be sure that when you are utilizing and enhancing your emotional intelligence, that you're getting a better understanding of yourself. You're getting a better understanding of your emotions. You're getting a better understanding of your triggers. You're getting a better understanding of the things that make you happy and satisfied and all those things. So you want to be able to have emotional intelligence, because in dating or in relationships, that is going to be tested. I'll be tested. I'll be a testament to that. Your emotional intelligence during the dating phase, during the relationship phase, and during the marriage phase is going to test you. So it's good to know how to tap into your emotional intelligence so that when it comes up, you're fully prepared and able to really communicate what it is that you're feeling, and in turn being able to respond to your emotions in a healthy way while you're in the relationship. The third thing is focus on personal growth. Now, before entering a relationship, by working on your personal growth, this can actually increase the chances of you being in a successful relationship. Focus just really improving on your physical health, your emotional health, your mental health before you start dating. If any of those things are out of par or damaged, or maybe need some fine tuning or some fixing, focus on doing those things. Like if you was planning on getting in shape or whatever it is, or getting healthy, try to do those things before you get into a relationship. If your mental health ain't right, go to therapy, see somebody to get your emotional processes going. If you guys are interested in therapy or getting a link to a therapist, most definitely check out the resources in my description on this video so that you guys get the help that you deserve. And also to your emotional health, which ties a lot into your mental health, making sure all those things are sound, making sure all those things are good, making sure that you're the best person possible, because you want to be not only presentable in the way of like, hey, like I got these nice clothes, or I got my house, or I got a place to live, I got a car, I'm not a bum, or whatever it is. You want to make sure that you're good inside and out. You want to make sure that you are up to par with being the best person that you can possibly be, because you don't want to show up to somebody and not offer them your best version of yourself, right? So if you're dating, you want to show up as the best version of yourself so that you can attract the right people. Because if you're showing up as not being your best self, you're not going to attract the people that you truly, truly desire. There's no way in doing that. There's no way in doing that. There's no way that you can come subpar and not offer your best while you're dating, or your best self while you're dating, and expect to meet somebody that is either more compatible with you or that can help you grow even more if you're not showing up as your best self. Now, the fourth thing, this gets a lot of people in trouble. This gets a lot of people in trouble is be clear about your intentions. Be clear about your intentions while dating. What is it that you're looking for? What is it that what are your needs? What are your wants? What's the purpose? A lot of folks go into relationships or even dating not knowing really why. Like, why am I dating right now? What is it that I'm looking for? And be honest with yourself. The best example and the most common example that I always hear, and a lot of the folks may agree with, is Are you just dating just to like have sex? Are you just dating just to, have sex with somebody? Because I'll be honest, that's not really dating. You know what I mean? So if you're looking to date, that's different than you just trying to find somebody to sleep with. Dating and trying to find somebody to sleep with, two different things. Dating is when you have the intention to build. Dating is when you have the intention to pick a partner that is going to help you throughout your life. This is like you picking a life partner. When we talk about picking somebody just to have sex with, this is somebody that you choose to have sex with that you're really just trying to find instant gratification. Now it gets messy. It gets messy when one intent is somebody that just wants to build and somebody that's looking for a light partner, the other person just wants to have sex. It gets messy. It gets messy. So be sure that you're clear with your intentions. You express what you want, whether it's something casual or something long term, but be upfront. Be upfront when you're talking about your intentions, because you could lead somebody the wrong way. And you can be like, hey, like, no, I want to actually have, be in a relationship and you guys are having sex, things of that nature. I will give you guys this tip. I'm gonna give you all this tip, right? I probably should have put this at the beginning of the video, but oh well. If you guys are watching this the whole way, you guys got a bonus tip. So if you really want to have somebody be clear on their intentions while they're dating, and I know I'm gonna get maybe a little backlash on this, but it's cool. I don't care. If you really want to be clear on somebody's intentions while they're dating and you guys are having sex and you're trying to build something, you're unsure if that person's really trying to build something, take away the sex. I promise you, if you take away the sex while you're dating, that is going to clear up a lot of questions. I promise you. I promise you. I shouldn't say take away, but if you remove sex from dating, that's going to clear up a lot of intentions. You're going to see the other person. Obviously, you may have some needs as well too, but if you take away sex from dating, you're gonna get some clear answers. You're gonna get some clear cut answers. I promise you that. I guarantee it. I put my Denzel voice. I guarantee it. But that's all I got for today. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. And let me know what y'all think in the comments, whether or not these 4 things resonates true with you. And if you know somebody who needs to be more clear on their intentions with dating, make sure you guys share this video with them. I appreciate y'all for tapping in as always. My name is Terrence Stewart. Y'all take care. Peace.